Hey, it's Todd Ault. I'm back from the UK where they have the worst food known to man. Maybe not the worst food. I mean, I guess you could, if you were like in some poor African country where there was no like processed food. I'm just kidding. I loved England. The people there are very sweet, very nice. But as you can tell, I don't maintain this weight without eating. And I did lose weight. In fact, I'm the lightest I've been in 5 years.
About tree fitty?
No, don't say that, bitchy.
No, that's from a movie.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, it's episode 219. Have you ever done anything 219 times other than sex?
Yeah.
219 times. I guess you woke up in the morning 219 times.
I threw almost 200 pitches in a doubleheader one time.
There you go. 219 pitches.
Not quite that many, but a lot.
219. I could think of a lot of other things. What about you, Christy? Have you ever done any more than 219 things in a single year?
Yes.
Besides waking up?
Yes.
What?
It's I'm here with Jason Bartholomew, former major league pitcher in the minor leagues.
Back in the house.
And back in the house. We're together. Skyla is in the house. What's up, Jokester?
Hey, I'm here.
Speaking of Jokester, the market sucks.
Wow.
Oh, my God. We're going to cover this. I've been doing this for 33 years. And I'm feeling the Twitter account pounding the shit out of me, telling me when they lose money on something I didn't tell them to buy, it's my fault and I'm a scumbag loser. And when it goes up, they're really smart and they knew what to buy.
Heads I win, tails you lose.
Exactly. Heads I win, tails you lose. And I don't know that we don't look smart for raising all that money when we needed to. Because obviously market conditions for some of these companies like Lordstown Motors, who needs money, Peloton, who needs money. Jason, do we need any money?
I think we're set on that.
We don't need any money. This is Risk On, and the Risk On Business Conference is the 12th through the 15th at the Paris Hotel, and I'm told that we're almost sold out. But if you are a fan of this show, I reserved a certain number of tickets. All I need you to do is email Randy at Alt Alliance and say, I saw the show. I'm going to be in Vegas. And if you're in Vegas or you're coming to Vegas and you want to be at the show, the first 10 people to email Randy right now, I'm going to give you a hotel room. It's going to be first come, first serve. I'm going to give you a hotel room for the weekend. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, go home Sunday. Hotel room, my comp to you, and a ticket to the conference, and you can bring a guest. So email Randy, the first 10 people. That would be 20 people that could come, because you could put 2 people per room, right? And let Randy know, Randy at Alt Alliance, and we'll make sure you're on the list. Now, those of you who want to kill me, keep in mind there will be security.
Lots.
A lot.
So don't try
That's
it.
okay. I don't care. I don't care.
I wouldn't worry about that.
Yeah.
Although
we're good.
Elon's kind of worrying about it. We were going
Elon is, well, if you were pissing off the Russians, you never know if you touch that handle and there's poison on it, like those guys in England, by the way, that died that way. You know, a couple of them died from, Russian espionage kind of thing,
I mean, a little bit of fentanyl goes a long way.
Oh, yeah. Scary.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Fentanyl's so
speaking of scary,
dangerous.
Bitcoin is scary. But before we get to Bitcoin, we're going to talk about the speaker list. Nicole Arbor.
Oh, my God. I love her.
Love Nicole. Go back down. I want to see it. Okay, Damon John from Shark Tank. Josh Altman, super real estate extraordinaire. Anthony Scaramucci needs no introduction. Nicole Arbor. Thomas Lee from CNBC and Fundstrat. Bradley from Lightspeed. Lee Steinberg, I'm stoked about that. I can't even say her name. What do I do there?
Perrianne.
What is it? Perrianne Boring from Chamber of Digital Commerce. I know she's famous. She'll be here.
Hey, we added
Dude, the guy from Bitmain's going to be
Got
here.
him.
Bitmain is going to be here. Oh, wait a second. Do you guys have a relationship with Bitmain, really? Does BitNile really buy from Bitmain? It's all, you guys are liars.
Chris will be here.
Oh, but they're sent, wait a second here. There's going to be someone at our conference from Bitmain.
He'll be here.
Ah, there you go. I'm just being a smart ass.
My brother from Florida.
Brian Smith will be here from Multicoin Capital. Charles Payne, Chris Wu, Greg Fox, Connor Daly, Aaron Schock, Mike C. Rock, Dr. Frank Albo, my man Jason Bartholomew, Crypto Joe will be on stage with me.
Wait, did you mention the baseball player? Not me, obviously.
Oh, Alex Rodriguez.
What the hell?
Alex
How did we miss
Rodriguez.
A-Rod?
A-Rod. He's the closer.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, it's a kick-ass conference. And if you want to go, you better email Randy right now. You got to pay your own way to get here.
Yeah.
But if you get here, I'm going to give you a hotel room.
That's pretty
And I'm
sick.
going to give you 10 tickets, and then you can have a guest. So that's 20 people, right?
And
you got to do it now. That's it, Randy at Alt Alliance. Let's roll the clip on the conference.
Okay, go.
It's the Risk On Business Conference. We are launching a platform, the Risk On Business Platform. The speaker list continues to grow, and it is a business conference. You're going to learn stuff. You're going to earn stuff. You're going to make stuff. We're going to build stuff. We're going to break stuff. I priced this so that everyone could come and includes your hotel rooms. Here in Vegas at the Paris Hotel, if you get there, you get $100 worth of Bitcoin. You get Closer School with Brad Lee for 1 year.
Call 844-4RISK-ON or go to riskonevents.com.
Oh, that you can tell the voiceover. Can you hear that voiceover? Who's that? That could be Willie Ames. Call 844-4RISK-ON. Am I in a good mood? I'm in a good mood. Let me explain to you why, okay? I'm going to explain to you why, and then we're going to get to the guest tomorrow on Bitcoin Weekly. And that is, in my entire life, I've made the most money during volatile markets. Like, this is my time to make money. And we have millions of dollars of cash. I mean, literally millions. We just reported, pre-announced the first quarter, which was stellar. I don't even know what else I can do. I mean, up 146% over last year. If you add back the stock comp, our operating profit was 2 or 3.6 million. I'm going to go over that real quick.
Right.
I'm in a good mood. You guys you can't squish me down now because the quarter was awesome. We pre-announced it on purpose.
We're getting
and we have cash. Let me tell you what I am excited about, okay? But first, okay, I'll get my producer's like, I can feel her aura going, get your ass on the show the right
cash
way.
and miners.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Tomorrow, special guest on the Bitcoin Weekly show is Kelly Levalle Hunt, CEO of the blockchain company Pearl River. Mm-hmm. You know Pearl River?
I've heard of them.
Pearl River. Okay. Did I say that right? You don't think I said it right? Okay, great. Let's go to a market update.
Oh, we ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Well, I was just staring at Bitcoin. It bounced off 30 nicely.
Did it?
All right, let's talk about the bad stuff first. Let's get it out of the way.
I want to get out of the way. Before we go to stocks,
Yeah.
let's go. You want to go? Okay, you want to just get the market out of the way?
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Let's just go bloodbath. We said it was going to get worse. It's getting worse. The Dow down 653, down 2%, 32,245. The NASDAQ took a severe beating today, down 4.29%, minus 521. Ouch.
Oh, my God.
11,623. And the S&P fell below 4,000, 3991.
If you've been watching this show, you know that it's been a risk-off environment, which means it's risk-on for me, right?
Yeah.
And I was on a shopping spree. Now, to be clear, we sold here at Nile and I'm not going to be held to the exact price, but I believe around $205, we sold our Boeing. $205.
Oh, yeah, back then.
Right. I bought Boeing back today. Some
like
of it
what?
for $33, $34.
134.
134. Right. I bought Boeing back today, almost 60-something points lower.
God.
Okay? I bought Riot today. Dude,
$7.
$7 and some change.
Yeah.
I got Long Mara at $12 and some change.
Yeah.
Okay? I bought Coinbase at $85.
That's on my list. You know, God, MSTR, MicroStrategies.
Oh, my God.
Dude, it's 219.
Dude, it's crushed.
I mean, this is crazy.
This is crazy.
Hive's $120. Cypher Mining 308.
And I wonder, so if I'm BitNile, do I think, okay, well, I'm mining coin, but as of March 31st, when I looked at those numbers, if you look at the mining report, we didn't have all of our miners installed.
No.
Not even close.
Yeah.
And we did $32 million in revenue. Wonder where that'll come from. Oh, you mean Digital Power Lending, the lender?
The lender.
What do you mean? The defense business, the hotel business. I'm feeling, dude, Mr. Market, you guys don't know what Mr. Market is. I encourage you to go to Google and type in Mr. Market. What does that mean? Warren Buffett, Benjamin Graham. You know, the market can pitch, right down the middle. General Motors at 35, right? Mm-hmm. Rivian at 23. You can swing or not swing. I am in the best mood, dude. With $500 million in assets and cash on the balance sheet and virtually no debt, I'm good at the parent company.
Feel good about it.
I'm good. I'm not happy with the price, but I'm good. And I'm telling you what I'm looking at. Okay, I'm looking at Boeing. For full disclosure, I got long the triple Qs,
right.
and I mean I bought them. J Money.
Yeah.
J Money. I bought the TQs.
Oh yeah.
Like I bought them today.
I bet you did.
I bought them.
So I haven't seen what's going on.
I want to be clear. I bought
We've
them.
been in different time zones,
Yeah,
different
I bought them.
continents.
Right. I traded a little Rivian today.
All right.
That's the only company that's funded through production right now.
Yeah.
The other guys, Lordstown,
Yeah, Lucid,
Workhorse,
Nikola. Yeah.
Oh boy, it is a
I'm watching Plug Power PL.
carnage in
PLUG.
the EV.
Yeah.
You're in the EV vehicle business. Oh my god! And did you see Tesla broke a downtrend?
I didn't see
It was
that.
at $800.
Let's take a look at it.
And that's the beginning of a pretty hard downtrend. And those of you who gave
Oh,
me,
yeah.
those of you who gave me poo poo, because you did give me poo poo. Some of you gave me a lot of grief, and you threatened me. You threatened people I know. How's that AMC treating you?
Oh boy.
Huh? Hello.
AMC.
What was that?
What are we at? AMC.
What was that?
Oh. $12.50. Actually, $13.
Well, no, because they just reported.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about GameStop?
Actually, yeah, they did beat.
Yeah, they did. How about GameStop?
GME. Where are they?
Where's GameStop at?
Let's take a look. The Game Gobstopper. Oh, it's under a hundo. 98.63 after hours. 14% haircut today. Wow, let's look at the 1 year. 280 on June 9th. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. The meme stocks are running out of liquidity. Let me humor you 1 second with COS, the legacy headphone maker. Let's look at this chart. KOSS. This was a memer, low floater. 563. Wow, okay. That thing is trading way up. That was in the 30s at one time recently. What else we got?
You know what else I bought today?
Don't say Bed Bath & Beyond.
CENN.
Centro.
They're funded.
Really?
They have funding.
Centro?
Yep. $1.50, $1.55.
$1.56 in the after hours.
Bought a little bit of that. What else did I buy?
I'm amazed that dude, Hive is so cheap in my opinion.
Look at Riot.
Dude, Hive's hodl between Ethereum and Bitcoin is astronomical. Like Hive is like on
Are they the ones to
they're
play?
on my radar. Yeah. Be careful though, Todd. They have a 400 million float outstanding shares.
Oh yeah.
Be careful.
Be careful. Right. I'll be careful. Bitcoin. What do you call this, J Money? I mean, I don't know what to call Bitcoin. What do you call it?
I mean,
we all have to admit, as much as we're sitting here joking around.
I thought it was going to lose at 30,000, didn't you?
I know, but as much as we're joking around, Bitcoin's 31,500. Earlier today it was 30,000.
Yeah, and you know,
I guess it pays to have a data center.
I mean, we just continue mining.
But you got to admit, it's pretty ugly. Like it's like
Yeah.
so it's tied right now to the
tied to
market,
the
full risk off.
NASDAQ 100.
NASDAQ 100.
It is.
Right. It's like a pari passu trades in line with that.
It is. It's definitely trading with a NASDAQ 100. But, I mean, look at silver, gold. Everything is going through DXY, UUP.
Oh, speaking of silver gold.
Yeah.
Can you pull up AG?
Oh, it's in the 8s probably. This is insane.
Pull up AG.
This is a great company. I mean, solid
I want you to pull up
producer.
AG.
853.
Wow. Take a look.
Dude, that is so cheap. It just blanked out on me.
Oh. Take a look at AG.
I see it now.
I bought it today.
Yeah.
I bought AG today. Now, by the way, this show is for entertainment purposes, and we're not encouraging you to buy anything we buy. And in fact, you shouldn't. If you have a Twitter account, I definitely encourage you not to buy anything because you don't want to blame me later if you bought it.
You're getting a lot of feedback on Twitter.
Oh, just a little bit.
I mean,
Just a few. Like I put out one post to get 70, 90
Yeah.
feedbacks, etc.
yeah, immediately.
Yep.
Like, that's pretty interesting. People are paying attention.
Some
Hey,
guy who got banned on Twitter said he wanted to have sex with my wife. I should have wrote back to him and said, if you got to have a penis to do that, but I didn't. I was trying to be nice, but But he actually said, I want to have sex with his wife, which is flattering to my wife, but she doesn't like any other guys. Now, if you're a girl, on the other hand, I'm just kidding around. Just having fun. Just having fun. That's this kind of show. Yeah. I've been with my wife a long time. I'm sure she would not take too kindly to the Twitter.
Hey, what else is on the agenda here, Christy? I wanted to talk about this.
Christy's smiling. Look
What
at
do you
her.
think about all these?
What's on your mind, Christy?
Yeah.
Skylar, what's on your mind? You were in where were you at?
I was in Bishop this weekend. We went for Roland's mom's celebration
What's
of
in
life.
Bishop? Oh, you went for her mom, the funeral
Yeah,
celebration
it was
of
very
life?
beautiful. Very good. We almost hit
Nice.
a deer on the way there. It was very scary. Like, literally less than a foot. We would have totaled the car. We were in the middle of nowhere with no cell reception. So, honestly, thank God, because we were so close. It was a giant buck with the antlers. It was so scary. So, we barely missed it. But the celebration was beautiful. We had a barbecue afterwards. It was nice to see the whole family get together. Yeah. it was a
Jason,
good
if I'm
weekend.
dead, what do we do? Do we just, what's the celebration? Over sushi?
Maybe sushi for sure.
Don't dwell too long.
No. We'll put a spot open for you on the blackjack table.
There you go.
You know, play
You
some poker.
Play some poker for me?
Yeah, for sure.
Don't plan on it. But Elon apparently said if something happens to me,
Yeah, I got this queued up.
under
actually.
suspicion circumstances, it was nice knowing you.
Yeah, like, I mean, he said basically, and then his mom came on and said, "Hey, don't talk like that on Twitter." I guess.
Yeah, look at this. Joe's a Boy swinger alert. I'm not a swinger. You guys are, dude. Just because you read something online, jackasses, that someone made up and said about me in order to smear me 15 years ago, dude. I'm the last person that swings. Sorry, man. Yeah, I mean, hey, if you can, go ahead, but. Nah, I like my wife too much. That wouldn't happen. Key man insurance. I do have key man insurance. If I die, my wife gets money.
Yeah.
That's how that works. Let's see here. Skyla, give my best to Roland. That's very nice of you, Dave Demersian.
Thank you.
We will do that. Todd, can I have Alt Holdings then?
Alt Holdings.
Oh, like if you die.
Oh, if you die. I think my wife would want
That's nice.
that. There you go.
It'll probably
It
sue
is
the
a
family.
bloodbath, and so we're going to take questions from the audience today.
Yeah.
It is a bloodbath, and I would really stress that you need to know right now whether you're a trader or you're an investor, or did you turn a trade into an investment? And I do this occasionally. Occasionally I buy something. I think, oh, it's a great trade, but I really like the company, and then it goes down, and I go, oh, now it's an investment. That's a terrible tactic. You got to know what you're doing ahead of time, why you're buying it. And let us not forget that when you buy stock in a company, you get a fractional ownership of that business. So today I looked pretty hard and thought, what I'm in a restricted period, so I can't buy Nile.
Right.
But I was looking at other things that I want to buy part of, and that's why I bought Boeing, because I like owning part of Boeing.
Do we have a position in Yellow Freight? 'Cause
We do.
I
and
like that.
We do, and I
company.
bought 5,000 more today.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, for
It's-
full disclosure, the hedge fund owns Yellow Freight,
Okay.
which hit a fresh 52-week low today.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I added to our existing position in Yellow.
Yep.
I added to our existing position in the Qs, buying on weakness. NASDAQ down 25%.
Yeah. It's huge.
But, you have seen drawdowns in the NASDAQ that were pretty big before.
For sure. So
I mean, the question is how much more than 25%?
So 2-year, 10-year, 30-year all down today. 30-year 3.16, 10-year 3.03, 2-year 2.58. Pretty straightforward there.
My interpretation is that you have a wholesale repricing of risk. You can see that in some of the riskier names. I can't make heads or tails why they're obliterating.
Gold and silver.
Yeah, I don't get that.
It doesn't make any sense because inflation is never going to come anywhere close to 2%. That was their goal. Good luck on that. In fact, that brings me to bankrate.com, current 30-year fixed mortgage rate, Todd. Just like to peek in on this every now and then. We're looking at the APR here, total cost of money versus the rate. You guys know what that is, right? Total cost of money is your APR. That'll factor in all your upfront costs, any points you pay or incur to make that interest rate. So you're looking at the total cost of money. Let's look at this is in Nevada, 30-year fixed. These guys are advertising 4.75, 5%. Okay. So right around 5%. It's still quite a jump from
I wasn't able to get enough Centro that I wanted. I'm only long 20,000 Centro.
20,000
right now.
Centro?
Yeah. I tried to buy 100,000, didn't happen. Yeah, I'm a little bummed about that. But
Gotcha.
I like Centro. Apparently they're funded. Someone said buy queso dip. I love queso dip. I'd buy queso dip.
Queso dip's bomb.
Long
I've
on
made
queso
some great.
dip?
I've made some great queso dip myself.
Going long on queso.
Yeah,
Yeah,
going
homemade
long
queso
queso
dip
for
is-
sure. I would definitely be long queso. Let's see. Did you bought after March? Yeah. So I was able to buy Nile after March because there was a window where I had a 10b5 plan open, and so it was already a prearranged purchase. But then once I ran out of the purchase, which I believe was 1 million shares or maybe 2 million shares, I wasn't able to file another one until the 10K and 10Q get filed. So under the rules of insider trading, when you know information, we tried to release it today to you. We gave you a pre-announcement in the hopes that the market would understand what was going on. And then we'll file on or before May 23rd, our 10Q for the first quarter. And then we'll have a long window of being able to buy back stock or do whatever we're legally allowed to do during the non-quiet period, because it won't be quiet anymore. But right now, I'm not able to do that. That's traditional with most public companies that have those kind of scenarios. But I was able to buy some after March, but I ran out of the 10b5 plan.
Yep.
And unfortunately, not able to do that, right? And then we did use the ATM towards one of those, like towards the end for a little bit after that purchases. So I actually paid more money. We paid off our debt with that, and we were just paranoid. So I got paranoid and raised cash.
for sure.
I got paranoid,
Yeah.
right? And by the way, the paranoia seems to be paying off.
Well, we have nice equity position now
Yeah.
in our miners, and everything's looking good from.
Other than Bitcoin prices suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
mean,
guess we do own our own data center, so
Yeah.
that's fine. So you saw Ford filed to sell 8 million Rivian, leaving them still an additional
Big.
94 million shares.
Yeah, sick.
Right. So, but how do you feel if you're Ford and you had a gain in Rivian when it was $100 and something, right? And you put $1.2 billion or something in Rivian, and you get back, you got 200 million today, right? Mm-hmm. 40% of all Bitcoin investors are now underwater, according
Correct.
to CNBC. That Rivian sell here. Let's go to my screen real quick. So Rivian, over the weekend, unusual circumstances, prices a deal on a Saturday.
Yeah, that's weird.
Very unusual. Let me get out of this here. Let's go back to my screen here. So they sold 8 million shares. It's done. David Faber of CNBC is reporting someone else is selling 12 to 15 million shares. Faber says on a Saturday, Ford would sell 8 million shares of its Rivian through Goldman Sachs. The Detroit automaker owned 102 million shares of Rivian. A Ford spokesman declined comment here. JP Morgan said they had 13 million more shares. Both blocks are priced at 20.90. 26.90. So over the weekend, you get priced at 26.90. You come in this morning and you wake up to Rivian doing what?
What did it do today?
Well, let's take a look. Let's pull up. Can you pull up the chart?
Yeah, I haven't even been looking at this. I've been looking at EVs, to be honest.
Matt, let's pull up Rivian, right? So Rivian is in the aftermarket right now. Let's see here.
What we got?
2284. So you got, if you're an institution, you bought it for 2690, thinking you were going to get a bounce, right?
Quick 20% haircut.
Ouch. Oops.
You thought you bought it in the hole.
And they're apparently one of the only EV. That's what I read, that they're one of the only EV stocks that are funded. But they're done with those sales, right?
I mean, look at this market cap still, 20 billion. 20
Well, I mean, they've got a pretty exciting new product apparently, and
Okay.
if you think about them relative to other parties,
Well, let's look at NIO. I haven't looked at it in a while. Wow, isn't that interesting? They have the same market caps. NIO's 13, market cap 20.92 billion. I mean, NIO's producing cars. NIO's has decent sales in China. Huh. Interesting.
I wouldn't know where to start. Mara, Coinbase, AG, all of these things. Where can you hide? I saw UPS up today. Where do you hide here?
Honestly, you can trade. You can go long on
They're shooting everybody.
UUP.
UUP.
I hate to say this. You got to. You have to.
Yeah, but you
have
got
to trade the
to be
trends,
careful
though.
not to pick the bottom. You got 5 or 6 weeks in a row of the S&P down, right? You got sentiment getting really negative.
UUP is Invesco.
Hey, ask me why I'm in a good mood.
Why?
Because we have millions of dollars in the bank.
We have Bitcoin too.
Millions of dollars in the bank.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we reported at the end of the quarter what we had in cash.
UUP. That's where you can hide.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
dollar for you.
Yep. Anyways,
Not a recommendation.
I'm
but
in a good mood about it. I got to be honest with you. If you're gonna give me bargains, I'll go bargain hunting. Boeing. I'm trying to figure out what else I bought that we should be covering for full disclosure.
Quickie Norm said, "Tell us more about Turn On Green, Todd." Can you?
Turn On Green makes EV chargers. I don't think EV chargers are going away. They also own a business called Digital Power. It's been around for 52 years. They make power supplies for a who's who of the Fortune 500
They do.
and in the military. And that's going to be spun off to shareholders sometime this year. We're working on the audit. We'll report back to I would encourage everyone to remember that on or before the 23rd or by the close of business on the 23rd, we will have a conference call. We don't know what day it's going to be. It's when we're reporting the first quarter. So I really can't comment more than that other than to tell you it's on its way. Okay.
I'm just looking for questions. That's all.
All right, cool.
Let's see.
Boeing, what do I have? Alzamend, Triple Qs, Riot, Boeing, BCTX, Mara, AG. I bought a little Rivian, and I own some Coinbase. I own some SSNT, which I'm not encouraging you to buy anything I own.
Right.
I own some Wave D, WAVD, and I own some Centro, and I own some MDRR. Of course, I own Imperalis, which is the holding company that's merging with Turn On Green.
Yep.
And then I own some Mullen, but be careful there because I own Mullen through a preferred that I bought prior to the IP going public. Mullen has worked out really nicely for us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You could say that.
to say the least, right? So, what would I do? You know, let's answer some questions because I don't know. Does anyone actually have any questions about the market here?
I guess Jeffrey.
At what
wants
point do you keep open the ATM? The ATM can be. So I'm going to answer this very carefully. You can open an ATM and have it open and not use it, or you can have it open and use it. It can sit there for years. And I'll have more comments on that on March 23rd or May 23rd.
Yeah.
Why do I keep saying March? I don't understand.
It's May Day.
We're in May, baby.
You know, certain.
Speaking
tickers-
of May, are you going to the Indy 500? Because we are. Practice and qualifying is the week before the 29th, so the weekend of the 20th. And then on the 29th will be the running of, I believe, the 106th Indy 500. And I'm going to talk to Randy about this at length because I was pretty frustrated. You know, I saw the F1 race in Miami. And I realized I saw Greg Maffei kind of bashing the coverage of the Indy 500. And what I didn't like about it was if you go to the Indy 500, you can really go there and watch a race for under $50, right? I saw tickets for $1,600 at a race where they're really hard to overtake when you're on street courses. If you're not in the first or second or third position, you don't usually win the race. You're not Jensen Button who comes from the back to win.
Yeah.
And I saw a lot of movie stars there and a lot of famous people there in Miami scene and thought to myself, okay, I can watch some Netflix shows. I'm not, by the way, I love F1. Let's be clear. But for Greg Maffei to compare a street race to the Indy 500 is, and I love Greg Maffei. I admire the guy. But there's only one Indy 500. Let's be clear. There's only one race where people qualify at more than 230 miles an hour around corners, where you can see most of the track from when you sit at the Indy 500. You can't see it all. They're side by side. It's an amazing event, and I invite you guys to go. If you're going to be at the Indy 500, make sure you let me know if you're a fan of this show. If you're going to be in Indianapolis, we are going to give away some tickets, but not today. We're only going to do that in the last 2 weeks. I know that we have a pretty full schedule this month.
Yeah.
Because Risk
Slam.
On is this weekend. Skyla, I know you're going to have to come back for the joke, but I really wanted to bring in Randy.
Yeah, all right, I'll go get him.
Okay, cool.
What do we
Do you
got here?
want to cover anything else?
Yeah, I wanted to show you another.
I do want to emphasize people who pay attention to Nile. If you look at the pre-announcement this morning, that was with not all the miners installed.
Right.
I mean, $32 million plus. and that stock charge, non-cash charge, and that non-cash charge for the warrants, which are above at $1. I got to tell you, I'm the happiest, other than price. I'm the happiest I've been in a long time.
Clean Spark, $5.64.
Yeah,
Clean
exactly.
Spark, and they have. I'm pretty certain they have an open and active ATM. They haven't been using it right now,
Yeah.
but just to give you an idea, they have 313 bitcoins produced in April. So
They're cranking out Bitcoin.
yeah, for sure,
Yeah,
they're
for
doing
sure.
like 10 a day.
Randy, I do want to, guys, we're going to get into what is a risk-on event for me, which is marketing, sales, and the relationship with F1 versus the IndyCar series, etc. And Randy, before you say anything, let me start off by saying to you that you and I have loved F1 a long time. I went to an F1 race with you at Indy, and I believe in 2000 or 2001.
Yep.
Obviously, I'm a Mercedes fan. I was a Braun fan when Barrichello raced with Jenson Button. That's my favorite driver of all times is Jenson Button in F1, who doesn't race anymore. I watched him win a championship. I watched him race from behind. But Jason, Randy, you and I both know that most people don't. They don't really. If you don't start in the first call it 5 or 6 starting spots, how often do you win a Grand Prix race?
Yeah, not very often. I thought it was getting better. It looked like the beginning of the year was a little more exciting. This weekend was kind of lackluster, like you said. Once Verstappen passed Leclerc, he was kind of gone, and Leclerc didn't really have any chance till the safety car at the end. So, and the drivers were complaining about the circuit and turns 14 and 15. It looks like they'll probably make some changes next year where it went under the freeway overpass, that little chicane there. They were having problems there. They were complaining about the grip. There was a lot of complaints. So, as far as an event, it was glitzy. It was glamorous, like you said. But, the track's pretty good until they make some changes. The drivers aren't happy.
How do you describe the
so.
difference between an Indy 500 race at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and an F1 race?
Oh, it's no comparison, really, because Indy 500, it's wide open. There's a lot of passing going on there. There's plenty of opportunities for passing every lap, and there's generally many lead changes. But in Formula One, not too many lead changes, maybe 2 or 3 if you're lucky. So it's still good. But it's not. Indy 500 is way more exciting than.
I like the fact that racing is getting popular. I like the Netflix series. I'm not bashing F1.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
But it was, the grid was weird.
Yeah.
And to pay $10,000 for like an outdoor bed by the pool to watch the race, or $100,000 for a cabana, or $1,600 for tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's too much.
To watch part of the race where you can't see the whole track.
Right. And
it felt very glitzy to me.
Yeah, they capped the crowd at 85,000. When the tickets went on sale, that's why it was sold out so quickly in one day. They capped it at 85,000. They said next year they'll allow more people. I don't know why they capped it at 85,000. They could have had more people, but I don't know how many they can seat in the grandstands or whatever. But yeah, that's way too much money. I would have never. if you would have went for free, it would have been cool, right? But I wouldn't have paid all that money.
I did have an invite. I didn't go.
Yeah, that's too much money though.
But
like you said.
F1's been at Houston for how long?
Since 2012 they've been there.
Right. You didn't see
Austin.
the kind of glamour and glitz until they went to Miami, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. All you movie stars that are at F1 in Miami, you're free to go to Houston. And you didn't have to just go to Miami. I guess that's the scene to be seen, though, right? Go to Miami.
Well, probably most of those celebrities or those VIPs, right? They were there at the race. They got invited and they got all this free stuff. And I guarantee you they don't watch any other races.
No.
They just get invited and they go, but they don't watch F1. They don't care about F1.
I think they're wondering where Mario Andretti was.
Yeah.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just not a fan of how Greg Maffei blasted the Indy 500. I guess he wasn't able to buy it from Roger Penske. Roger Penske bought it from the Holman family, right? So maybe Greg would have liked the Indianapolis 5, although he was part of the Meyer Shank team last year that won. Mm-hmm. Whatever. Do I sound like I'm bitter? I'm not bitter at all.
Well, the thing you mentioned about the prices too, you can go to the Indy 500, you can get a $40 general admission ticket and roam the whole facility. And it goes anywhere up to $1,500 for more expensive tickets. But you're right. If you count the cost and the excitement of the racing, there's no comparison. That guy's wrong. Indy 500's a lot more exciting and
there's
a lot better value.
There's no other replacement for the single biggest sporting event where people are live in the world. More than
Right.
400,000 people show up for this event to watch cars do 230 miles an hour plus. So,
Yeah.
Randy, let's talk about the schedule. There's a Grand Prix this weekend in Indy, which we will not be at because we have the Risk On conference.
Right.
And since everyone in America will be at the Risk On conference, I don't know who's going to show up for the race.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd
All
like
right.
to be there, but
No, just kidding. But then the week after that is qualifying, right? Talk to us about what qualifying looks like.
yeah, they changed the format this year. They keep changing it. I'm not sure why they keep changing it, but now it's going to be like on Saturday, everybody will qualify, and positions 13 through 33 will be locked in. They're done. Then on Sunday will be actually the run for the pole for the first 4 rows. It'll be the fast 12.
Right.
Like, and the first 12 will qualify, and then they'll knock out 6, and then they'll have the fast 6. So,
And then that's it, right?
yeah, that's it. They changed it this year.
So Ed Carpenter last year, he finished second. This guy's been a pole leader a few times. He's, I think, 3 poles, had a couple seconds and thirds. He's going to be in the Ulzaman car, and Connor Daly will be in the Bit Nile car, and we'll have a special announcement tomorrow about another car.
What?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Who could
Awesome.
it be? Who could it be? I'm pretty excited about the event.
Yeah,
Should be marquee.
it just dawned on me. I just started thinking this morning. It's like we've been running around so much. You've been all over the place. I was just thinking, oh my God, the Indy 500's coming up in like what 3 weeks or?
And Randy, talk about how much you like it, because I just think that the event is incredible, right? I mean, it is. And for us, from a business perspective, we are networking like crazy. We meet all these great owners of businesses.
Yeah.
And for some reason, the Indy family just all shares that internally. I've gotten like the most warmest reception. Randy, I thought maybe it was an opportunity to talk about your reception when you were in Alabama and you were given a fire suit and a picture with the crowd and everything. I wondered, now you had a chance to reflect on that. What do you think of the Indy family? I mean, I can't think it's a loaded question, but I mean, they seem like you're one of the family immediately.
Well, yeah. Well, I've known this all along because I've been involved with the sport for so long. I mean, just meeting people, you just create these relationships over time, you know. But yeah, those guys were incredible. Everybody at Ed Carpenter is so unbelievable. I mean, yeah, some of them actually said they knew me, as you know, when we went to the shop earlier in the year. They said
Right.
they had
Oh,
recognized
Randy,
me from
yeah,
the past,
exactly.
because I'm always in the pits or the garage. That's where I hang out. So I mean, of course they've seen me before, but. Yeah, that was an unbelievable, unforgettable experience. Thanks to you and everybody involved. I mean, that was just unbelievable. I mean, I can't wait to wear that suit. Maybe at the day of the Indy 500, I'll put that thing on for you.
Unless it's not too hot, right?
Yeah.
Have you tried it on yet?
No.
You haven't put it on yet?
No, I'm so weird because.
Oh, there he is. There's the suit right there.
Yeah, I'm so weird because.
Can you put that on the back there?
I'm so weird because, when I first took the pictures with it, and then I go, okay, Tori wanted to put it away for me, and I don't know how to fold the damn thing, so I go, here, Tori, you do it, and she folded away and put it in the bag perfect, so I don't want to take it out of the bag because I won't know how to fold it or put it back in there, but eventually I'll hang it in my closet and then take it with me, from time to time for special occasions to wear, but it won't be all the time. But yeah, people were asking me the next day, hey, did you sleep in it? Or they were saying, asking me why I didn't wear it, the next day to the race, but it'll be special occasions. I'll definitely break it out, but man, I don't know what's going to happen the rest of my life. I could never ask for anything more, man. I am so just to have the hard card, dude. I was so happy.
I'm really glad you had a good time.
Wow. Yeah.
Randy, what's up for F1 next? What's next?
Spain, and that'll be the weekend that we're in Indy for the qualifying. The race will be in Spain, and then right after that is Monaco's back-to-back weeks. They'll have Spain and Monaco, so it's a big month coming up.
I'm going to tell you on screen. I don't know if John will like this.
Oh no.
So let me be careful here. How I say this. You know how we're talking about doing something in Vegas with McLaren? Mm-hmm. Let's just say something with the Bull, maybe doing something with us.
Uh-huh.
Ooh. Okay, he doesn't get it. Come on, dude. Come on, you get it. I'll tell you later.
All right.
All right. Hey, J Money, before we wrap up and bring Skyla back here, we're kind of ignoring what is a pretty massive sell-off, right?
It's
I mean,
huge.
when you have the NASDAQ down 25%, what does it do to individual names? Because I'm looking at names obviously Nile's down huge, but putting that aside, we're not the only stock down. Some of these stocks are down 70, 80 plus percent.
Yeah, 80% is, well, I don't know if I can say this.
Hey, Peloton's $14.
So personally, I can say this. Personally, I own Nile. Personally, I'm invested.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Sure.
I mean, I'm running through the
oh, yeah, you got to be down
tough
a lot.
times.
Oh, yeah, wow.
I looked at it today, down 78%.
Oh, God.
So I mean, I'm right there. That's What? Of course, I'm going to invest in Nile. I believe in our business model.
Yeah, we're not suggesting that, though,
No,
here, just to be
that's
clear.
me personally.
That's what you're doing. We're
Yeah,
not
I'm not
suggesting
recommending that. So the blood is real, man. I mean, tie a tourniquet, but I don't know. We might lose a limb, Todd. We
Yeah.
might lose an arm.
Might lose a light.
But, we just keep fighting. That goes with anything. You just decide what you're going to do. You're going to trade. You're going to invest. Whatever you do, just stay disciplined. Bankroll management is key in this sphere and everything in life, actually. So, just ask yourself, why am I buying this position? Am I buying this position to scalp it? Am I on the 5-minute 5-minute candle? I'm just trying to scalp this and ninja this for some, 3 to 5%. Or do I like this? Do I like all the blood in the street here? Am I going to start my position in this, whatever the ticker may be, whatever sector, whatever ETF, whatever index you're looking at? Just make sure that you deploy the capital properly in your mind and you've done the research. That's all.
Very good lead in for me to explain to you what I'm doing. And this is whenever there's real trouble, and I don't want to be, and I see, so there's some things we own where we'll buy the stock of a public company because we want to own the business, and you can buy it cheaply. And there are times, if you listen to an Intelligent Investor, if you listen to some of the old Warren Buffett stuff, there are times where stocks sell so cheap, they're either higher than you ever thought possible or lower than you ever thought imaginable.
For sure.
And there are times where you want to buy the stock because the business is cheap. And I'm looking at things right now, some of which, by the way, are down 90%.
Yes.
Okay.
For sure.
And I want to own the business. I'm comfortable buying the business.
Yep.
But if I want to trade the market and the market's down severely, I look at things like the triple Qs because the leadership's there.
For sure.
And I get in an instant basket of 100 names in things that I wouldn't buy individually, but I want to be able to buy them on bargains. Now, unfortunately, I think in 2008, I can't remember whether it was 2008 or it was 2001, that index went down to 80%. Right?
Yeah.
I don't think
It was
that's the
dot-com.
case this time.
Yee.
The .com bust was pretty hard.
Yeah.
But the individual, you could look no further than Cathie Wood, right, in ARC.
Right.
Can you pull up ARC real quick?
Oh, it's nasty.
Look no further to understand how bad. And by the way, if you're an investor in ARC, you put an additional $16 billion in, and I think it's 16 or it's 10 billion or 16 billion.
Yeah, I mean,
And people have been buying on the way down. And where was this thing at?
let's see. It was at 130
Right.
June 29th.
Right. Where's it at now today?
40, under 40.
Right.
Wow. 41.
Right. So for that's a fund, not an index,
Yeah.
but an ETF.
Yeah.
It's down pretty hard, right?
Very hard.
I mean, is that almost like $90? I mean, what is the percentage down?
It was 140. It's down
Ton.
75.
Right.
Yeah.
So I look to buy individual indexes that are not managed, like you buy like a triple Q that's down the hole. Now, if you get really crazy days, some things I do, like when there's a massive sell-off day where everyone's puking, where there's blood in the streets and nobody's left, they got to every name. Bear markets get to every name. Every name goes down in a bear market.
No, it's
every
true.
name. When they get to every name, occasionally I'll buy an index that has a little leverage, right?
Yep.
Just occasionally. But we're not there yet. I see weakness. I do. I think we're in a bear market. Listen, do we stay in a bear market? I don't know. I bought more Bitcoin at 34,000 last night for my own personal account.
They can save the dollar. They can save the market. They're going to save the dollar. They're going to keep ripping rates. They have to. The market's going to keep getting crushed. It's just my opinion.
So they want to make that dollar as strong as possible.
And it's easy to make the dollar as strong as possible. Look around you. All this
is
other fiat
is it easy to
shit.
do that because there's all the other
Yeah. Everybody wants the dollar still.
right, for sure.
For sure. It's just the way it is.
Yeah. There you go.
So,
Hey guys, Skyla, you got a joke
Yes.
for us today?
I do.
What do you got?
What did Yoda say when he saw himself in 4K?
What did Yoda say when he saw himself in 4K?
HDMI.
What?
HDMI.
HDMI. Oh God. Where do you get these?
Sources. I follow all these dad joke accounts and just I find them or hear them somewhere and I'm like, oh wow, that's really good. I need to save that.
Make sure you email Randy if you didn't already. The first 10 people that emailed Randy at Alt Alliance get a ticket in a room to the show, but you have to get to Vegas and you have to give us a confirmed ticket. Buy your ticket, and you get a room. I guarantee it, right? For the first 10 people that email Randy, because we want to make sure you have a ticket showing you're going to show up, because these rooms are important, and we're giving them out to a few people. What else?
Can you explain the dividend from Turn on Green?
I can't explain the dividends. 140 million shares of common and 140 million shares of warrants. And that's it. I can't.
That's it.
You get two. You get a share, a common share, and a warrant share of Turn on Green. I've said it a bunch of times.
For
Love
every
you guys.
share that you own of Nile.
For every share you own of Nile, and we'll let you know when the record date is. You're going to see an S1 filed. Once the S1 is filed, we'll know more about the time frame.
That's 140 though. 140 million.
Yeah, 140 million shares. Right. Let's see. But I'm happy to talk about it on the 23rd. But I can talk about that because hold on a second. What does it say here? Borrowed
66 million in December. Oh, they want to know about the interest charge. Okay.
Yeah, guys, it's really hard to explain that. But we gave out warrants at $1, and they have it. Because of the time frame, they have a charge on a Black-Scholes basis that they look at to see the value of them, and so that's why they call it a non-cash charge. And then we had stock comp that we had committed to from in the past few years, and that hit. If you actually added back the stock comp, not the charge for the financing, but the stock comp, I think our numbers were over $3 million in terms of operating.
Yep.
I mean, all the numbers to me are going the right direction. I'm very happy with it. So more commentary on that later. Please read the press release.
Yep.
This is not a recommendation to buy or sell Nile. And in fact, I would argue if you have a Twitter account, don't buy Nile. Don't buy Nile. For all those people who have a Twitter account, just don't buy Nile. I'm just kidding. I didn't tell you to buy it. I'm not going to tell you to sell it. I only tell you what I do. I'm very transparent. In fact, I think I'm one of the most transparent CEOs around. I mean, I'm not as transparent as Elon Musk.
No.
I don't own Twitter yet, but I'm pretty transparent. And anyways, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate Christy, our producer, Brett and Nick. Thanks for letting me come back from England. Thank God I'm going to have some Chipotle next.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's on its way.
Oh, Lord. Now, okay, just because I bashed England, let me be nice. The people are wonderful. I got to see MTIX. That was great. All that was great. The pasta makers, as
They
people
didn't make
call
you
them.
any pasta, though.
No. The people were great. The fish and chips were great. Those are good. The Indian food that I got at Lala's, wow, great. But everything else, the food is less to be desired, right? So I'm good with that, right? Anyways, we'll see you on Wednesday, which is one day before the conference. If you, what? Oh, sorry. Tomorrow's Bitcoin Weekly with Jay Money, myself. I don't think.
Nah, that's not going to be tough to do tomorrow. Maybe we should postpone.
No,
that.
we're doing it. We have a guest on Kelly.
Oh yeah, there's a guest. You got
Valley.
it.
Okay, we
Hunt.
have a guest.
Is
I
our
was going to
special
say because
guest?
crypto's on the road again.
Don't worry, man. We're
All right.
okay. We
I didn't
got it
know we had a
covered.
guest.
We have guests now.
They don't might have internet.
People want to come on our show.
They might not have internet where I sent Joe.
People want to come on our show. Christy, anything else I should cover before I
Sounds
take
good.
off? All right, man. Appreciate everybody. Be well. It's a treacherous market out there. Make sure you're buying companies
Be careful.
that you want to own. Don't turn a trade into an investment. And if you did, go back and do your research and make sure you know what you own. Everything we have in our portfolio, I want to own the business. If they close down the stock market and I had to keep my Boeing for 5 years, I'd be okay. You have to ask yourself that same question. I know that's a little Buffett-esque, but remember, man, I wrote to the guy when I was like 11 years old, and if I would have followed his teachings the whole time, I'd be a lot richer, right?
Yep.
It's never too late to not be an idiot and pay attention to the logic behind things. One of those logics is I'm trying to be transparent, probably too much, but we'll have a call on the 23rd, and or sooner, as soon as we report our first quarter and make all that clear. It's a tough market out there. Be careful how much leverage you have. If you're on margin, obviously be careful.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If you're on margin, it's not going to look good.
Yeah.
This weekend is the Risk On Business Conference, and boy, do we have a lineup. I mean, holy smokes. Damon John, Josh Altman, Anthony Scaramucci, Nicole Arbor, Thomas Lee, Bradley, Lee Steinberg, Perry-Ann Boring, Chris, what is that? Manzo from Bitmain?
Yeah.
Nice. That's going to be cool.
Yep.
Brian Smith, Multicoin Capital, Charles Payne from Fox News, Chris Wu.
Oh, Natalie Brunell.
Oh,
Did
Natalie.
we say her?
No, Natalie Brunell.
She's sharp.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
Natalie Brunell will be there. Mike Searock, Connor Daly, Aaron Shaw, Greg Foss. Love that guy. And Greg Foss is bringing some special guests. Dude, Greg Foss. This guy's a
He's
stud.
going to be, I'm going to predict now, he's going to fire the crowd up.
And
sure.
last but not least,
A-Rod.
A-Rod, the
Nice.
businessman extraordinaire. He's a businessman.
I'm bringing a couple of really good people to watch.
Are you?
Yeah, one of the best realtors in Las Vegas.
All right, let's
You'll meet
pound
her.
it out, man.
Yeah.
It's going to be this weekend. Risk On to riskonevents.com. Everybody, Risk On. You can. By the way, you can sign up virtually if you want to. Give a call to Roland or Joe. Tell them Todd sent you. Call Roland or Joe at 1-844-4-RISK-ON, 1-844-4-RISK-ON. Risk On, everybody. We'll see you on Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow, actually, for Bitcoin Weekly. Take care.
I will give you the $150,000 you asked for 30%.
I could run my business off of my cell phone inside of a phone booth. I don't need a big office.
Show me the money!
It works. Sports delivers.
There are a bunch of different uses for NFTs.
I want to unleash what you know already and then give you the confidence to seize on it.
Any superhero you want to be, you can be in this house.
Money's for lending, not for spending.